everybody, Carla here, and dun 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 dun. Today is the day that I love. Today is the day that we get graphic. First of all, you can blame this woman, Christy, on my Facebook page because she asked me to do this video. She said, Carla, can you do a TMI video, a video that talks about all the things that can happen with your body when you're juicing? Because I heard this thing about explosive diarrhea and I just freaked out. I said, of course. If you want to talk about the booty, this is the place to come. This is such a big issue when it comes to juice fasting because this is the thing that freaks people out. It freaks people out completely. If you start talking about colonics, you start talking about diarrhea, constipation, headaches, eczema, acne, all the things that can happen as the toxins are leaving your body during a juice fast, many people will say, this is not the thing for me. I actually just read an article where this woman, a People magazine news reporter, went on a juice fast for 3 days. Psst, what the hell? 3 days. This is why this is such a problem. She went on a juice fast for 3 days. She didn't transition into the juice fast. She had like steak the night before she was gonna have this, before she started a juice fast, and then she said she felt sluggish. Her energy was bad, and it was something that she wound up in the hospital, and she felt really sick, flu-like symptoms, yada yada yada. This is what people see when it comes to juice fasting, and they get freaked out because of the reaction that your body has when you give it straight, unadulterated juice. And this is the stuff that I love, because detox is a wonderful thing. Wonderful. As your body begins to get the fresh fruits and vegetables in, it starts pushing the toxins out. And I have said this on other videos, and I want people to hear me. Poison stings twice. Once on the way in and once on the way out. You may not feel it going in, but you gonna feel that stuff coming out. You gonna feel it when it's coming out. And the way that it comes out is in all sorts of different ways. You may be the one to experience flu-like symptoms. You've got mucus in the nose, in the throat. You see that your tongue is all coated and yucky. You got that yuck mouth thing happening. You may be experiencing the worst headache that you've ever felt in your entire life. It may be completely debilitating. It may be like a migraine that you've never even experienced. You may be experiencing acne and whiteheads and night sweats. You may be experiencing nausea, constipation, diarrhea. You may be experiencing, I mean, I could go on. The way that your body is going to expel these toxins is different for every person. And every person, when they're experiencing this, feels like they're dying. They're like, oh my God, what is this? Obviously, the fruits and the vegetables are not good for me. I'm going to stop this and eat. And that is not what's happening. What's happening is that the poison is leaving your body, and you will get over it. You will move through detox. Some people, it takes them a day to 3 days. Some people, it takes them 7 to 10 days. And that's all an individual thing. It depends on what you've been putting in your body. I mean, let's get realistic. If you've been mainlined in McDonald's, that nonsense has got to come out of your body, and it may not be pretty. There's also an instance where there are several people who don't go through detox, and I think something's wrong. There's nothing wrong. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to go through detox at some point during this juice fast process. However, if you don't experience it, okay, then that's good for you. Those who do, and those who have drastic responses to juicing, it's all right. It really is. Let's talk about some ways to move through it, because as you're sitting there on the toilet and you're watching everything that you've ever eaten come out of your butt, you're thinking, oh my God, what is this? Is it ever going to end? How can I make this better? let me talk to you about how to make this better. First of all, as you're juicing, you have got to increase your amount of water. And I know that you're going to say to me, Carla, my God, I'm always drinking. I'm always going to be in the bathroom. And I'm going to tell you, yeah, you are. And that's a temporary thing because your body gets used to all that liquid. It's going to take it a few days, but your body gets used to all that liquid. You've got to flush out. That is your objective, is to flush the toxins out. And in order to do that, you've got to drink water. So I always recommend 96 ounces of juice per day, which works out to be, 3 large mason jars, 3-quart size mason jars full of juice, and the exact same amount of water. I know you don't want to hear me say that you've got to drink that much water, but you do, because you've got to flush everything that's in your system out. Water helps you do that. Second, you've got to make sure that you're using colonics or enemas to flush out your intestines from the bottom up. Now, a colonic is something that, I love them. I love them, and I love to talk to people about them because you will never get a clean like this. No one wants to talk about putting a tube up your butt. No one likes that idea of putting a tube up your butt and that tube flushing water into your intestines, into your colon and your intestines for 45 minutes. It doesn't sound like a party. Really though. The first time you do it, you can feel like cramping in your stomach, and then you just feel like this flush and everything's moving out, and you just feel lighter because it's flushing your system out, and this is a good thing. This is something that you've got to do during the juicing process because you don't have the solid food to push the spackle down through your intestines, and that stuff can get stuck. You don't want it stuck in your system. You want it out. So drink your water, schedule a colon hydrotherapy appointment, just one, or do enemas at home. Either way, you've got to be flushing that stuff out from the bottom. Another thing that can work too is that if you use a natural laxative or natural laxative teas, then you can flush out as well. So I'm a big fan of Cascara sagrada. It's this natural herb that kind of irritates the colon and irritates the intestines and forces the intestines to kind of push out whatever's going on in there. That's what I use when I'm going through a juice fest because I don't want to get constipated. I don't want stuff to get stuck. I want stuff to keep flowing, and that's what I use. I just don't want you to be afraid of all the stuff that could happen. And I don't want you to think that if your skin breaks out or you're starting to feel pain in your body, muscle aches that you haven't felt for years, if you start experiencing, I started on my very first juice fast, I had eczema. Now, it popped up again when I was pregnant, and it popped up during a juice fast, and I haven't had eczema since I was a teenager. You're like, what is this? It's all that old stuff coming out in you, and you've got to let it come up and go out. You've got to let it flush out. So any pains in your body, you feel crampy or muscle aches, nausea, diarrhea, constipation, headaches, acne, anywhere in your body, like not just acne on your face either, but acne on your back. And then for people who want to do juicing because they want to improve their skin, when they see some acne come up, they're thinking, oh my God, this is awful, this is terrible. It ain't permanent. It's not permanent. It's just the toxins being released. Just remember, it's the toxins being released. Now, this is Carla saying this, and Carla is not a doctor. Carla is not a medical professional in any way, shape, or form, and does not play one on YouTube. If you are experiencing something and you're feeling it's drastic and you're feeling like you need to go to the doctor, go to the doctor. Explain to him what you're doing, explain your symptoms, and he may say that there's something wrong. He also may say that there's nothing wrong, this is just a natural part of the process. If you're feeling awful, terrible, go to the doctor. My recommendation is that, again, you start your juice fast on a Friday so that you can be up in bed for the weekend and feeling like you're feeling as the detox process begins. And then you can kind of get refreshed and a little bit better to go back to work on Monday. You're getting used to the process and you're getting plenty of rest. You need to get your rest. Do not sleep during this process. If you're feeling tired, power naps, get your rest so that your body can regenerate itself. That's what it's doing this entire time. So, the constipation, normal. Diarrhea, normal. Acne, normal. Leg cramps, body cramps, normal. Headaches, normal. I swear. If you're looking on my blog right now, which is rahrahlife.com, this particular post has a link to another post that describes all the possible symptoms of detox and the fact that this is just the layering of your body going in and doing like that massive clean. So welcome the detox. It means that something major is happening, and this is a great thing. If you're not experiencing detox, it does not mean that you won't experience detox, and it doesn't mean that your body's not working to make that major clean happen. Just be patient with yourself, no matter which way you're going. Be patient with yourself, be patient with your body, and just let it happen. It may be ugly. You may see things come out of your butt that you've never seen in years. Somebody, the colon hydrotherapist was telling me this story about a man who was on the table who used to eat coins, and when he was a child, he's in his 40s, 50s, and then they just started coming out while she was doing some yeah, and you don't want coins up in your system. Get that stuff. So, the explosive diarrhea, normal. Really. I'll see you later.